Hello everyone. So it looks like we've now entered the next stage of the bridge war. Part 1, if you remember, was a concentrated effort to take out, or at least render useless, the Antonovsky Bridge and the Novokakhovka Bridge. The sequel is the Chongar Bridge. These photos here show damage to the bridge after a long-range missile strike, reported to be, and most likely to be, Storm Shadow. Now the bridge isn't destroyed, it's damaged, but as we saw with the Antonovsky Bridge last year, it didn't need destroying to render it unusable. Russia had to resort to using pontoon crossings and boats for resupply in Kherson, because the bridge became too unstable and unsafe for vehicles. Now, I want to have a closer look at this image here. The supporting structure of the bridge is already looking a bit shaky. Now, I think this is natural wear and tear, given the rust that we can see, rather than the supporting structure being hit by a missile too. But it doesn't seem like it would take much to send this toppling over if Ukraine can get a storm shadow under the bridge to hit it. Here too is a video showing the bridge itself and the damage. Now this is a much less daunting target than the massive Antonovsky Bridge. But on the downside, it's a more difficult target to hit, as we shall see in a moment. First, here is a Google Map view of it, roughly measured at close to 180 meters end to end. Remember, as we saw in the video, the bridge extends a bit over land, so I've added a bit on either end to account for that. There's also a footbridge next to it. I'm not sure if that can support vehicles or not. This bridge is important because it's one of only 3 ways out of Crimea into mainland Ukraine. The other is to the west through Armyansk. The second is that long strip of land you can see just to the right. So taking this bridge out, while it won't cut off supplies indefinitely, will definitely make Russia's resupply slower. As we can see on deep states, this bridge is the closest supply point from Crimea to the region of the counter-offensive, so it's a key target to disrupt Russia's supply line, especially if the railway network around Armyansk can also be disrupted as well. Here are a number of other bridges just south of Melitopol, which would also definitely be worth targeting to further disrupt the supply lines. Now what is going to make this difficult? The range. At over 120 kilometers to the nearest Ukrainian controlled territory in Kherson, the only real option Ukraine has is Storm Shadow, or the domestic Vilja-M rocket system. But it's unknown how many Vilyas Ukraine has to deploy, so it's a big ask, and all the reason why Ukraine needs ATACMS or the French version of Storm Shadow. So that's it for this video. If you found it interesting, please click like and subscribe. I'd appreciate it. Thanks again, and take care everybody.